Web agency owners, I'm about to flip the industry on its head. In this free course, I'm going to show you a custom piece of AI that gets your potential clients before you've even met them. All on autopilot without you needing to lift a finger, and it costs you absolutely nothing. This ridiculously powerful AI can build out insanely good websites in minutes, perform a complete company rebrand instantaneously, and supercharge SEO rankings for local businesses all in a matter of minutes, completely for free, which you can do thousands of times per day for thousands of different businesses within your niche without lifting a finger. And only after you've delivered this insane amount of value upfront for each lead, which again, you can do over and over again on autopilot, do you then ask the prospect if they want to book a call with you. You see, most agency owners chase clients with pitches and promises. We do the exact opposite. We use AI to build out their website up front before they even ask for it. That one shift changed everything for my agency. And in this free course, I'll show you how to find high-paying goldmine niches for your agency, use AI to generate thousands of scorching hot leads in minutes, and I'll show you the exact client acquisition script we use to book appointments on autopilot. And finally, I'll show you how to generate insanely high quality websites that are SEO optimized in seconds using AI. So if you're sick spinning the agency hamster wheel and actually want to get serious results, this free course is for you. Let's get straight into it. So for this course, I want you to forget everything you know about traditional agency life. There's a new way to build a high-income, freedom-first business using automation, smart outreach, and AI. And it's not just theory. This is a proven model that is literally working for my agency every single day. In terms of what we're going to be covering why the old SMMA model doesn't work. We're going to be covering how AI has changed the game. I'm going to show you the 10K per month roadmap step by step. Then I'm going to show you how you're going to scrape leads with AI, leads to sell to for this service. Not only does the AI scrape these leads for you, it finds the specific leads that actually need your service. I'm going to show you the AI service that makes my agency $49,000 per month. I'm going to show you the KPIs behind the strategy. And then I'm going to show you how to hire out a sales team to go out and get clients and sell this AI service for you so you can scale to 20, 30, 40, and 50K per month seamlessly. I'm going to go through the model. You're going to see that this is pretty unique. Not a lot of people are teaching this. In fact, I don't know anyone who's teaching this, but it's really, really exciting. It's working unbelievably well for my agency. I'm going to show you my top sales reps numbers for last week. It's insane. But before we do that, I'm just going to show you a little bit about me. So you actually know who's teaching you this stuff. You know who I am. So this is my LinkedIn profile, and I'm just showing you this because my cover picture here is kind of a good way to show you my kind of build in the agency space and how my trajectory of my career has gone. So over here is Maverick Socials. That is my marketing agency. So my marketing agency is called Maverick Socials, and it is literally the agency that I'm going to be showing you today. So it's the agency that's offering the service, that's implementing the strategy that I'm going to be showing you in this course today. Then we have Agency Accelerator, where I coach other agency owners how to implement this service, how to grow their agency, how to build sales teams, how to scale. And then I have Veneer Investments. Veneer Investments is my holding company where I acquire other marketing agencies. So with my agency, my growth strategy isn't to just, outreach to clients or run ads and for client acquisition. It's actually to acquire other marketing agencies. So marketing agencies, ads agencies, branding agencies, SEO agencies, whatever it may be. And my holding company actually acquires these companies and folds them into my marketing group, which is called Veneer Investment. And that's how we're scaling to 7 figures over the next couple of years. So that is a bit of a background on me, so you actually know who's teaching you. But less about me. This course is more about you and how you can actually scale to 10K per month. So why most agencies struggle? Most agencies slap a basic offer on a random niche and then ask business owners for their time in order to extract money out of them on a sales call. They are constantly asking for something and they have a me mindset. And when I say this, let me know if this resonates with you. You're in a saturated niche. You have a basic offer with a crazy guarantee that you don't even know if you can fulfill. You do cold outreach and you get no results. That's basically what 90% of the SMMA space does, and it doesn't work. Business owners know this, and they're sick being sold to. But the same businesses need marketing. How else are they going to acquire clients? This is what the industry does. This is what's been shoved down your throat, and it's been shoved down my throat, and this is what the SMMA industry revolves around. choosing a niche that loads of people are in, basic offer, crazy guarantee, nuke cold outreach, and then you don't really get any results, and then you spin that hamster wheel again. That's literally how it works. So I'm going to show you how AI changes everything. So as I said, the old model is cold outreach. Maybe you book some calls, maybe you don't. A lot of the time people struggle booking calls. Hard sales on them calls, back flips, front flips, all the sales strategies under the moon to try and get these people across the line. Then by some miracle, if you get some closes, your churn rate is insane because you don't know what you're doing on service delivery, and then you start the whole cycle again. And this is arduous, it's frustrating, it's slow, it's not scalable, and people get frustrated and they jump onto different business models and they say SMA is saturated, it doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. All the excuses you probably felt yourself. Now, the new model that I'm going to be showing you today is you do warm outreach because you use AI to get results before you even speak to the client. You do an easy sell on a Zoom or on the phone because you've already got results and they know, like, and trust you. The results that we're going to be doing is we are going to be using AI site builders to build these clients' websites in 60 seconds, and that is going to create insane goodwill so you can upsell them all of the services you already had. Go high level, ads, SEO. Now, you probably have a ton of questions. I'm going to go through in detail how this works. This is the model that we're going to be using. This is how the model works, and this is the model that we're going to be using. And as I say, it's faster, smarter, and so much more scalable than the previous old model that does not work. And you can use AI to build a custom website in 60 seconds, preload the potential client's information, send a message to that client saying, hey, I made you a website. I see you have no online presence. Do you want to see it? Get paid $1,000 to $2,000 for the site, host that website, get paid monthly for that. So you're getting all this upfront cash because you've done this service, and then upsell them all that other stuff that you already offer, that you already have built out when they're ready, because they know, like, and trust you. This is the new agency model, because the old agency model, clients are sick being sold to. They're sick being sold to. They've been hit with these guarantees and these cold outreach messages a million times, and they're sick of it. So how do we flip that on its head? How do we flip this entire thing on its head and get them results before we even speak to them? I'm going to take you through the killer workflow now. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick a niche. And this is your new entry point for the agency space. Even if you've got a client, even if you've got 2 or 3 clients. My agency was doing multi-6 figures a year. And when I stumbled across this model through research into AI and how I could leverage AI with my agency, I pulled the brakes on my agency and was like, I need to implement this. That's how highly converting it is. That's how kind of revolutionary this is, because you could never do this before, because to build a custom website for a client would take weeks and so much time, money, resources. Now you can do it with AI in 60 seconds. I'm going to show you how you can do that. So this is the killer workflow for this AI agency model. You're going to pick one niche, and I'm going to go through that. We pick our niche over in one of these different tabs. You're going to pick one niche, and generally you want to pick a niche that has per digital footprint, has a bad online presence, no website or a bad website, but has money. Think accountants, contractors, cleaning companies. You want to pick a niche like that. Then you're going to use 1 to 2 AI builders. I'm going to show you some of the builders I use to build out these companies' websites like that. And I'm going to show you the quality of these websites. You're probably thinking, oh, you know, the sites probably aren't that good quality. They're going to blow you away. Like, these sites are insane. Then you're going to build a lead list. You're going to build a lead list using an AI scraper I'm going to show you in this video. You're going to filter by no website, and you're going to go down the lead list, outreaching to these companies that have no websites and you've already built them a site. You're going to reach out with the free website hook, which I'm going to show you how to do. When they agree to the call, that's when you build it out. So you're not going to build out, let's say you scrape a lead list of 1,000 leads, accountants in New York City. You don't build out 1,000 websites. You outreach to these companies saying, hey, I've built you out a custom website completely from scratch because I see you don't have an online presence. Would you like to take a look? And then once they book that call, then you build it out. But that's how this works, because you can't build it out, even though you probably could if you wanted. You could build out 1,000 websites. You only do it when they come into the call. Then you add their logo, their SEO information, their contact information, their custom images. So the website looks completely custom. You hop on a Zoom and you offer them the website for $995 or $1,495 or $19995, and then they go through. There's obviously a sales process. You go through the sales process, why they need a website, the statistics, how they're losing money and burning money by not having a website. Obviously, there's some sales strategy you have to do, but generally, a lot of the time, if they don't have a website, people kind of know like any competent person knows they need a digital footprint, they need a website. Then you offer to host and manage it for an extra $150 to $250 per month. And then when you've got your foot in the door, they're an actual client. You've got to know them. They know, like, and trust you because you've just built them a killer website. You upsell your ads, your go high level automations, your SEO, any other softwares or strategies or SaaS, whatever you have, upsell them after they know, like, and trust you. Can you see how this model is such a better, higher converting, more impactful model than just strapping a crazy guarantee on an offer you don't even know anything about that you can even fulfill and just nuking outreach and booking no meetings and getting unbelievably frustrated? And the best part of all of this is you don't even mention AI. You don't even mention AI. You just deliver results. In my experience with this offer and dealing with these, brick and mortar business, these older boomer type clients or ICPs, once you start mentioning AI, it just confuses them. They don't really want to get into that space. So you just don't mention AI. You just do all of this for them and just deliver results. You just deliver results. And if we go down here to the offer stack, once you've built that trust with the initial in the door offering, which is the website, then the floodgates open. So the opening offer is the custom website for 1 to 2K. I mean, worst case scenario, if you didn't even upsell them anything and you just got the 1 to 2K up front, like, that's pretty good money. All you need is a couple of websites a month to get you up to 10K. Then you sell them go high level CRM, review automations, database reactivations for $200 to $300 per month. And then you can sell them ads management or SEO for an additional 1 to 2K per month. Just 5 to 10 clients on these kind of retainers or these kinds of offerings, you're going to scale very, very quickly. And the key to all of this is you can do exactly what you've been doing with conventional SMMA. You can do exactly what you've been doing, but why would you not do it this way? Because you can monetize them even more with the custom website. You've got the hosting and the go high level CRM where you can get a couple $100 a month, and you've got ads managed in SEO. Plus, on top of all of that, this is something I probably should have wrote in. If you build them out a custom website, optimized for ads, optimized for lead flow, contact forms, all of this is going to work so much better. Because a lot of the times when you're outreaching to someone in your niche and you're offering ads and automations or whatever, and they have a shitty website or bad digital footprint, you're driving ads and traffic and leads to something that doesn't work. Ideally you want to start with a great foundation first, because it just falls into everything else. You set the standard up here, and then your ads convert better, your automations convert better, your SEO converts better, because the site and everything where the traffic is going to is much, much better. Hopefully that's making sense, because to me that sounds like the most logical thing or logical strategy in the world. Just build them out a killer website, get your foot in the door with this no-brainer offer, blow them away. When you jump in sales calls with these guys, they're going to be so blown away. You're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe that they built you out this color. You've built them out a custom website completely for free. And then just, going one step further, who is this model for? Well, it's for beginners, but it's also for people scaling. Like, it's so damn simple. I'm not joking. A monkey could sell this offer. Like, you're going to be calling up people and you're going to be emailing people and contacting them and saying, hey, you don't have a website. I've built you out a high quality SEO optimized custom website completely for free. Do you want to take a look? That's it. Just hit my mic. That's it. Do you want to take a look? Yes, no, maybe. Obviously, a wee bit of objection handling is included too. It's so simple. It's so simple. And if you're past 5K per month, 10K per month, like I was with my agency, you need to implement this somewhere in your agency. Even if it's on your outreach campaigns, even if it's on a separate outreach campaign alongside your current campaigns, this is so effective. This is so impactful. You need to include this. You need to include this because it's a no-brainer offer. It's flipping everything on its head. SMMA, the old model, as we discussed, does not work. So you need to try something else. Getting the client's results before you've even met them up until this point has not been possible, because if you were to do this years ago where you'd have built out an actual custom website, it just would not work. And even things like the go high level templates, it's clunky, it's not customizable, they're nowhere near as good quality as the websites I'm going to show you. In the past, this never would have been possible, but now AI is making it possible, so you need to jump on the bandwagon. You need to get this while it's hot. Not many people are doing this, so you need to get in quick while it's going to work. So to circle back and cover this, our AI builds an insanely high quality site for these clients in 60 seconds. SEO tags, optimization, highly converted, everything built in. It also adds them, it automatically adds it to their Google My Business profile. So just doing this, because I don't know, a lot of you probably aren't going to know unless you're already in the SEO space. If you don't have a website on your Google My Business profile, it puts you down the rankings. Google rewards you for having a website on your Google My Business profile. And a lot of these local brick and mortar businesses, their Google My Business profile is very, very important because that's how they get leads. People Google, cleaners New York or cleaners Texas or whatever it may be, and then they choose the top ones that come up on the Google My Business profiles. Purely by adding a high quality site to their Google My Business profile, it's going to shoot them up the rankings and they're going to get an influx of leads automatically. So the front loaded offer of the website, the free website demo, if they just implement that without any upsells or anything else, they're going to get more leads. And I go through this like with when I'm on a call with clients for this, I have an ROI calculator and I'm like, look, if you pay me now for this website, say $1,000, this website's going to be your 24/7 salesman for the next 10, 15 years, probably longer. So the ROI, if you get a couple of clients a month from having this website, which you will, you'll probably get more. The ROI here is going to be like 1,000x. Like no exaggeration, it's going to be like 1,000x over the next 10 to 15 years. So it's seriously a no-brainer. And you're actually burning a shit ton of money by not having a website. If you just implement a website, get a digital footprint, Google's going to reward you and shoot you up the SEO rankings. That's what I say to clients on these calls to help them understand that they need a website and they're leaving money on the table by not having one. So that is the business model. And right now, our current KPIs on my agency's campaigns, 10% of cold messages get booked. So our booking rate on cold outreach campaigns is 10%. I actually don't call them cold outreach campaigns. I call them warm outreach campaigns because it's not like cold outreach campaigns. The people are so surprised and shocked and warm to you calling them or messaging them or however you're doing it, because you'd have to be a real asshole. If someone calls you up and say, look, I see you don't have a website. We've actually built you a custom website completely from scratch for free. You only pay if you like it and you want to continue. It's completely free to look at it, no obligation. You'd have to be a real asshole to react rudely or react negatively to that. So as I said, 10% cold outreach to booking rate is insane, completely unheard of. The close rate, once you get these guys on a call, is 62.5% right now for us. Even more insane. Anybody who's taken sales calls or worked in closer roles, 62.5%. Our show rate is 80%. Because we run certain automations and certain systems to these guys to make sure they show up. It's important the show rate's high, because if the show rate's not high and you're building out these websites, that's not good. But check this out. For every outreach touch point we do, so every time we outreach to somebody, right now our agency is making $21. To put that into perspective, if you did 1,000 outreaches per month, which I'm going to show you how to do that very, very easily, right now our agency would be making $21,000. That is insane, and I can tell you we're doing a lot more than 1,000 outreaches. So that just puts this into perspective, how highly converting this is, how revolutionary this is, and this is completely flipping the whole agency model on its head. As I say, you're reaching out to clients, you're saying, I've already got you results, I've already done all this work for you, do you want to take a look? So really highly converting, unbelievably, it's just working so well. I wish I could get you inside my mind. I can, articulate this so much that it's just so highly converting. You'll never see an agency model like this. And if you're sick spinning the SMA hamster wheel and getting shitty results and cold outreach and negative, and you're just frustrated, this is what you want to do. So let's go over to our Miro board here, just to give this more context. So this is a little bit of a step-by-step guide on how you are going to scale to 10K per month. And it's a bit more, I guess, each step of the process. So the first thing is the niche. Again, you want to target bad sites and high revenue. Really, really important. Bad sites and high revenue. And you want to use AI. You want to use ChatGPT to help you, talk to ChatGPT. What about this niche? What's the pros and cons? Are they tech savvy? Do they value a website? Can they get on Zoom calls? Have a chat with ChatGPT. That's what I teach everyone to do, because it will give you really, really valuable insights. The next thing is finding leads. Local brick and mortar leads, AI automated. My favorite software right now is leadswift.com. These are some campaigns I've run recently. And it uses AI to find the leads that have websites, that don't have websites. It's a really, really good lead scraper. As you can see, I've run tons of leads here for accountants, cleaners, contractors, removal companies, personal trainers. It's just a really, really good lead scraper. You can also use Instant Data Scraper, which is a free one on Google. I have other videos on the channel on that too. But scraping leads is easy. That's the easy part. And then you just filter by no website. It's really, really easy. There's loads of AI lead scrapers around nowadays. You'll not really have to worry about leads. But that's my favorite one for leads right now, leadswift.com. And then you just get them in a Google Sheet, you import them into a Google Sheet, and then you either import them into your outreach campaigns or your calling campaigns or give them to your sales teams. Leads is easy. I'm not going to waste too much time on that. So the next thing here is strategy. We've just went over the strategy. We're using AI systems and AI builders to build these high quality websites in, 60 seconds. And then what you can actually do is you can build out, you can put a lot of time into creating, like let's say you're going after the accounting niche in America or whatever it may be. You can put like spend a day in, because obviously when you build, I'm going to show you now, when you build these websites out, there are some things that need change. You need to add some images here, or the copy needs tinkered here. Like it's not completely perfect, obviously, from day one. But what you can do is you can put a ton of time in to building out a really solid template, and then just redo that template. Or let's say one accountant is their color branding is black and yellow, and obviously they're different logos. So the next time if you get another call, just change the color branding. It's very easy on these builders to do this. Change the color branding to blue and pink or whatever it may be, add their logo, add their information, their email, their location, and then just use that really, really good template. Then you're going to show them this on the meeting, and it's going to be the easiest sale ever. Like you're going to have to add, obviously you're going to have some objections around, do I need a website? Or, I've been getting by without a website. What actually is this going to do for me? And that's where you're going to show them what the website's going to do. I talked about before, show them the Google My Business rankings, get some statistics off ChatGPT. Literally, if you just look into having a website, if you go and look at statistics for brick and mortar businesses, having a website, not having a website, like it's as clear as day. These guys are burning thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars per year by not having a website. You just need to get that across to them on the call. So let's show you how some of these work, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to go to ChatGPT like this. And one of the softwares I use is called lovable.dev. I'm going to show you how to use it now. I've just given this a simple prompt. Can you give me a detailed prompt to insert into lovable.dev to create a slick and professional cleaning website in the home cleaning sector? The business is located in London and specializes in home cleans. So then ChatGPT pretty much instantly gives you a prompt like this, okay? So then you're going to come across to lovable.dev, which is this software, and you're going to paste in this prompt like so. Looks like it didn't copy. Let me copy this. So you're going to copy that, and you're going to go to Lovable and paste it in, boom. Okay, and then you're just going to hit enter. Then what Lovable is going to do is literally in 2 or 3 minutes, it is going to build out a website like this. So you can see the prompt is over here. This is the prompt. It's kind of like a ChatGPT bar over on the left, and Lovable has just built out this website. Let me scroll down and show you, like, pretty solid. All of this, obviously the images need changed, but that's fairly simple to do. But like, this is very, very solid. We've got videos here. We've got a pricing section. We click here. This should take us over to like a booking page. We've got testimonials. Like, look, this is like a scrolling testimonial animation. Like, this is sick. Then you've got FAQs. Then you've got their location. You've got all of these down here. These are all different pages. All of these. If you go to services, this is a completely separate landing page. If you go to pricing, it's a completely separate landing page. You've got all the pricing, and there's actually a booking system now. About, it's a completely separate landing page. Like, how insane is this? AI has built this in like 5 minutes. You go to contact. They've also got contact forms. As I said, the booking page. So this is the power of AI. I've given this AI this simple prompt that ChatGPT has done all the hard work for us. Come across, put it in here. Within 2 to 3 minutes, it's built us out this incredible website. Like, absolutely insane. This would take, in the past, this would take a web developer weeks. This is what I'm saying to you. This is the power of AI. Never before have we been able to do this. And I'm going to show you some other websites we've created. So this is a client we're speaking to, and look at their current website. Look at their current website. We've used AI to build them out this. Like, look at the difference in quality here. Scroll down. See the way we've also leveraged AI to build out custom like images, team members with their logos on. Like, it gets me giddy when I see this every time. Look at this custom logo. This is their logo. Like, these are all different landing pages for their different services. We scroll down again, we've got FAQs. We scroll down again, we have testimonials. We scroll down, we have their location down the bottom. All different links down here. Like, look at the difference in this on their current website. Like, is this getting you excited? Is it starting to click now, the power of this model? And again, we really like this, so we use this for another client we're speaking to build them out a website like this. Again, all custom AI images, again, all different tabs for these. Like, we've implemented a pricing and booking system on this one for them. But this does not take long. Like, look at this. Reviews look really, really good. Like, this should be getting you excited, because this is incredible that AI can do this. And it all should be starting to click now. Okay, right, this is going to be our foot in the door. Like, this is unbelievably valuable to these local brick and mortar businesses. That is the strategy. That is the strategy. And now that you've kind of understood how that works, this makes the outreach campaigns so simple. You scrape the leads, you filter by no website. When I say use a proven script, I mean, like, you're calling up these companies and saying, look, I see you have no digital footprint, you have no website. Are you still open? Are you still trading? They're going to say, yeah, we're still trading. And you're going to say, well, actually, I've built you out a custom website from scratch. Would you like to take a look? And of course they'd like to take a look. Why not? That's why we've got these insane KPIs. If we go back to our sheet, that's why the KPIs are the way they are. Because it's a no-brainer offer. It's a genuine no-brainer offer. And I tested this myself when I first started, implementing this for my agency. And I'm going to show you how you can build out the sales team. I was blown away by the response rates I was getting. Obviously you can optimize over time, but I mean, you don't even need to. You can give this to a sales team. I'm going to show you how to do all of that, and they can just, run with it. And then if we go to the services, obviously the custom website, 1 to 2K, I recommend. The basic website hosting, $150 a month. Then you can upsell them, go high-level automations and review systems for $300 a month. And then advanced services, Facebook ads, Google ads, SEO. It's all going to be running to optimize sites. So we have the booking system on here. This landing page is optimized for ads. Like, this is just ready to go for ads. So everything just falls into everything, and this is just the best model you can do, in my opinion. This is just the best model you can do. And then when you want to scale, you hire a web developer. So you hire an expert AI web developer to handle everything on the back end. And so when you sign the client, you take them on the client. The actual AI itself does 80% of the work, but you need some things done. You need images added, you need some copy added, maybe they want some specific coding done, the sales, a booking system, whatever. Hire an AI web developer to do that. For the sales team, in my agency right now, I have 3 full-time dialers, because I've tested cold calling, I've tested cold email, I've tested cold messaging, I've tested ads. For this particular strategy, for this particular model, it's best to speak to the person, because it's such a crazy offer. People are like taken back. They're like surprised. Sometimes they even think it's a joke or a scam. So if you can speak to them on the phone and you say, look, hey, we built you out this custom website from scratch. You want to take a look? And like, oh yeah, I'm sure you have built me out a custom website. But if you can speak, look, no, we're an agency and this is our offer. We've noticed you don't have a website. We work with companies in your sector. We've built you it out, and I can book you on a Zoom call with the CEO tomorrow, and he can run you through it. And you can charm them and talk them around. Whereas if they've seen that on an email or they've seen that on a message, like, whatever, this is probably like some sort of scam or not real. So we found calling is by far the highest converting. And that's why I built out a sales team of outbound dialers to just get this in front of as many people as possible. And then you can hire an account manager to handle the dialers, to handle the websites, to handle the web developer, to manage everything for you. And I'm telling you right now, this is the quickest way to get your agency to 50K per month. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to show you kind of like what we're doing on a weekly basis. And it's just insane. It really is insane. So, and it works across multiple niches. It's just so high converting. It's just so high converting. And that's a good segue into Alex's tracker. So Alex is one of my outbound dialers. This is his tracker for last week. We set them up weekly. And you can see the calls. He's not making a ton of calls just because it's so highly converting. So calls made 50, 52, 52, 51, in around 50 per day. Conversations, you can see on average he's probably having, some days are lower, some days are higher on average, and he's having 15 to 20 conversations. Pitches here, we can see how many pitches he's doing, interested parties, and then appointment booked. So last week we had 10 appointments booked. This is just one of the dialers. I have 3 of these guys. Show ups 8, deals closed 5, and you can see here we did $6,500 in revenue. And then you go over here, we can see like the different percentages. So You know, overall close rate 62%, show up rate 80%, average calls, average revenue per call. That's an important one. Like $21 per call is just nuts, just absolutely nuts. And this is like, you know, super simple, super simple. You set Alex up with a script, you give him a lead list, and you tell him to fill out this tracker every day, and it's just a no-brainer offer. It just works. It just works. And Alex closes the clients, onboards them, gives them to my back-end developer, and he builds them out with the clients. Usually takes about a week to go back and forth. And I barely have to do anything. I barely have to do anything. This is just like how it works. That's just the process. It's fairly hands-off. Obviously, there's a little bit of management here and there. But it's just, I sound like a broken record, but it's just so high converting. It's insane. And then to go one step further, this is our opportunities for the same week. So this is the opportunities. We use close.com for opportunities. And like, look at this. So booked calls right now, we've got 6K coming up for this week. Last week we had, this isn't for Alex, by the way. This is just for the 3 dialers kind of send the opportunities into me to check for the previous week. So this could be, I think this is Alex and possibly Fraser. I can't remember who has sent their calls in. But we've got a few different pipelines that we use. This is one that I'm using right now for me. So calls booked 6K, you can see up here. No shows 2.5K, calls taken 4.5, and then 6K closed. Like I'd say probably at least 2, if not 3 of these are going to come through. These calls obviously have to be taken. This is just for 1 week. So you can multiply this by 4. And what you're going to actually find when you run this model is capacity issues. So you're going to have too many people interested, too many calls, and you're going to be, you know, ran off your feet. And it's going to be pretty much polar opposite to what you have right now, which is you can't book any calls, you can't get any clients, you can't get scaling. You're going to get really busy really quickly with this, and you're actually going to be ran off your feet, and you're going to have capacity issues. How insane is that? And just to go back to this, like the scaling bit's super simple. Go on Upwork, and like I just typed in cold calling here. Go on Upwork and put in location. So let's refresh this and let's go down, and I have UK and US cold callers, but if you're, let's say you're in the US, let's go and put in United States, and then it's going to filter, and then you just start messaging these people, tell them, you know, what your numbers are, you know, and just start messaging these people. Interview 5 to 10 people, hire 2 callers, compare them against one another. And the same thing for the web developers. Just go up here and type in, you know, lovable web developer or whatever, and just search that. It's going to be a ton of people as well, and honestly, you need to get in on this. It is such an exciting opportunity, and it is doing wonders for my agency, and if you don't get in on this now, someone else will, and they'll overtake you, and they'll crush it, and they'll get the 10, 20, 30K a month. My agency is literally doing this as we speak. It's literally doing this model. I know this model works, and you will never get a higher converting model than this. So hopefully this video was valuable. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. There's going to be a ton more videos coming like this. If you are interested in working one-to-one with me, click on the link below. There is an application to my one-to-one mentorship where you're working one-to-one with me to build all of this out, because I'm sure you have more questions. So if you want to work one-on-one, click the link below, apply to the mentorship, book a call in. It'll be with me personally, and we can have a chat about your situation to see if you're a good fit. If not, get out there, start executing. This will work so well, and put this to work. You will not believe the amount of calls you book really quickly. So get out there, get executing, and I will chat to you soon.